what would it even mean to write something good? Does it mean that someone likes it? That would make, Dan Brown the greatest writer who ever lived, which he's not. Does it mean that it's funny? Well, Kafka wasn't always funny. Does it mean that it's sad? Well, Shakespeare wasn't always sad. Does it mean that it moves people? Does it mean that it's interesting? We have no idea.
American novelist Jonathan Safran Foer, who is known for his books Everything is Illuminated and Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, sat down for a one-on-one conversation with Israeli writer Etgar Keret. The dialogue is part of the Writing Here, Writing There series at the Mishkanot Sha'ananim, featuring conversations between foreign and local writers.
A screwdriver was made to screw screws. And so when we use it to open the can of paint, as everybody does, we're committing a metaphor because we're not using it for its primary function. And humans don't know what they were made to do. So everything we do in life, it's like we're committing a metaphor. And I think there's something about writing that is confronting that, the metaphors.
The major incentive of your writing is that you're trying to fight what the hell this is all about, Well, most of the writers that I met, they have this kind of a synopsis and a plan, and they want to tell you something, and they're going to surprise themselves on the world.
Before the informal sit-down discussion, each writer read a piece from one of his recent short stories and then commented on the other's writing.
I often wasn't reading the book that I was holding. You were never not in someone's garden. Our mothers were dying to talk about nothing. At a certain point, you became convinced that you were always reading yesterday's newspaper.
I don't have a piece of the pizza guy admits awkwardly and draws a cleaver out from under his garlic. But I cut him into julienne strips unless he coughs up a story on the double.
Safran Foer and his wife and writing colleague Nicole Krauss are in Israel on a Jerusalem Cultural Fellowship at Mishkanot Sha'ananim. Nicole will be speaking with Israeli writer Yoram Kanyuk on Wednesday.
When I was in Tel Aviv for 2 months, I would walk to this cafe, and on my walk every day I would say to myself, what is the point? I have no idea what I'm going to work on today. No idea. I don't know why I'm doing it. I don't know what it's going to add up to. But I guess I still believe that some good will come from filling pages. And I would have to say that to myself over and over. Some good will probably come from filling pages.
Benjamin Spear reporting for the Jerusalem Post.